Biden did come on TV and say, that's why I'm like, he got to be the dumbest person on planet Earth. Biden came on TV and said, like, the AR-15 is something that people shouldn't stand up for because you don't stand a chance with an AR-15 versus fighter jets, F-15s. Well, let me tell you how stupid he is, and then I'll tell you how totalitarian that is, or even communist that is. So Joe Biden, in his mind, is saying that we shouldn't care what weapons are being ripped from our possessions because no matter what weapon you have, you don't have more weapons than the government. And that the government is going to take you over no matter what. So you might as well acquiesce. That's pretty much what Joe Biden is saying. Now, when you're brain dead and you and your son may have been smoking crack, cannot confirm that, but your son is smoking drugs, admittedly, when you got Alzheimer's and you're senile and you've been evil your whole political career, then you're dumb enough to believe that people who are citizens of this patriots who are in the military are going to somehow rebel against their own people and take F-15s and go down and fire on people at will. Dummy. The very patriots who want to preserve the Second Amendment are in the military. Are you going to get in a plane and do something? No, fool. The pilots who fight for this country are the ones flying the F-15s. They're the ones fighting the helicopters. They are the ones fighting for the country. And if it's between us or them, many of them are going to choose the side of the people. They're not going to say, Joe Biden, take all of our rights and turn us into communist China, and we're going to toe the line and get in F-15s. I think I'm saying them right. Get in the fighter jets and go fire on our own families. Do you think they live? You think the military just live at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base? They got houses. They have families. They have a community. Where do you think they're gonna go home to when they not deployed? You think they just sit? You just think they just sit at sea for the rest of their lives? Come on, man. Dumbest president ever known to man. But he's showing his hand because his hand is saying, we'll take you over no matter what. You shouldn't worry about your rights because you can't beat the government anyway. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. All it takes is for a few brave men to take those fighter jets and do what they want to do with them. And you screwed. The arrogance of this man. Can't even talk straight. If I saw Joe Biden face to face, I will tell him how I feel. I will tell him how I feel. I won't do nothing because I'm not going to jail. But I'll tell him how I feel. I'll tell him how my feelings. I'll get in my feelings. And I'll tell him the truth. That's what I'll do if I saw him. B. Tatum ain't going to jail with no Joe Biden. Because all you got to do is wait 2 or 3 more years. And he going to croak and the other brain dead person is going to be the president. I'm just saying, man, Joe Biden is they ain't talk about Trump. Joe Biden is nutty. He's a nutty old man. And his son is a crackhead with prostitutes. Like, what the fudge is going on? How do you criticize Trump and talk about Melania? This is the thing that kills me, man. That's why it's like we living in a twilight zone. They talk about Donald Trump being a racist. They talk about Donald Trump doing nefarious business deals. They talk about Melania posing nude in magazines. Okay, let's give him that. Let's say Donald Trump had bankruptcies, which is a business strategy. But just say it's a bad business strategy. He's a bad person. Donald Trump had bankruptcies. Donald Trump said he's going to grab some woman by the you-know-what in a private conversation on an airplane where women get on his airplane so they can grab, so he can do whatever he want to do with them because he's a billionaire. That's how nasty women are. But y'all don't want to admit to that. But anyway, some women. Y'all don't want to admit to that. But just say he's a dirty, nasty old man. Now let's go to Joe Biden. Let's talk about racism. Can somebody explain to me how you can't be perceived as a racist when Trump has never been nothing but friends with everybody in the industry until he became president? Well, meanwhile, while Donald Trump was hanging out with Al Sharpton and them, In 1998, he got an award for the Rainbow Push Coalition, the Push Rainbow Coalition. I got the name mixed up, for his excellent work in the minority community from Jesse Jackson in 1998. Let's skip that. Donald Trump had no history of racism. Nobody would say he's a racist. Jesse Jackson loved him. Tupac, everybody loved Trump. Okay. But he's a racist. Joe Biden did the eulogy of a man who was a Klans member, former Klans member. He did his eulogy. How y'all not drawing that connection? Then Strom Thurmond, who was a clear racist in the Democrat Party, Joe Biden called him his mentor. I'm not understanding how you can somehow draw the conclusion that Trump is a racist with no evidence, but then Joe Biden got some very suspicious involvement with people who are clearly racist, but it don't count. All right, that's cool. Let's go to dirty business deals. We saw emails on Hunter Biden's laptop saying that he got to pay 10% to the big man. Joe Biden was the vice president when his son was flying to the Ukraine and doing deals in Ukraine and working and can't even speak the language, have no business experience, but yet getting paid millions of dollars from a company while his dad is the vice president, flying on Air Force Two. But that's not nefarious business deals. I guess that don't count. Huh? I guess the big man getting 10% of what his son is making from foreign governments, that's not okay. All right, I guess it's not bad business dealings. Been a politician for 40-some years. Now let's keep going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about nudity. Let's talk about unbecoming of a family member of a president. Melania was a professional model. Okay, that's fine. If you say that it was inappropriate for her to be that way, and you don't want somebody like that in the White House, then Hunter Biden can never walk near the White House. That fool is on tapes with women. Some people argue that they're underage. He on tape with women smoking crack. He's smoking crack and doing you know what on tapes with women. Then he come out saying the N-word to his white lawyer. And then made a racial joke saying, don't give me Hennessy prices. And everybody know the joke of black people in Hennessy. But somehow, some way, they escaped all.